Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and this month's Pinspiration collaboration hosted by Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage. This month my daughter asked me to create a birthday card for her mother-in-law and she wanted something summery. So I looked to my Pinterest board for inspiration and I found this card called Ice Cream Shop. Let's take a look at the card that I created. With this card I used the awning, which was really simple to create, and I didn't have any ice cream, so I used some Stampin' Up! Designer paper and fussy cut out the images. I also included a pocket on the inside for a gift card. Unfortunately, I didn't film that one, so I decided to create another card so you can see just how simple it was to create that awning and to create that cute card for the summertime. I gathered my paper that I would need. For some reason I love a red and white awning. So I looked for some strips of scrap paper that I could use and cut down to create that. For these strips I wanted to create a shorter awning. I had created another card similar to that one and I wanted the awning to be just a little shorter so that the objects that I put onto the bar, if they were taller, they would fit under the awning because I had a problem with some of the things that I'd already created. So I decided to cut my strips into 3/4 inches wide and they were going to be 1 inch long. When I was placing them on the card, I did see that you could actually create them probably a little wider than 3/4 of an inch, maybe 1 inch, just so it fits on your card, because the card was a standard card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I used a card base that I purchased from Michael. I still have a bunch of those cards. I love those bright colors. So that's what I used here. I also used some gingham scraps from a paper pad from Walmart and this wooden, looks like a wooden fence paper that I picked up at Joann's. It had pretty pastel wooden fences on the inside. So I really like that paper. I used some foam some foam mounting tape from the Dollar Tree to pop up my awning and to pop up the ledge of my bar. I also used foam to pop up my ice cream, but that foam, I just used the foam adhesive, which is a lot thinner than those foam rectangles that you get there. It's a lot thinner and you'll see that here. Right here I am actually going ahead and marking 1 inch spots to cut where I would cut the awning. I'm going to use a corner rounder actually, to punch these strips to get the rounded effect on the pieces for the awning. On the previous cards I used the corner rounder punch to actually round the corners of the card, but this time I tried a little something different where I just went into the punch right there, you can see, and I decided to just take it to the center and see what it would give me, and it gave me a similar effect. It just wasn't as rounded at the corners, but it works, as you'll see. So I'm going ahead and punching all the cards, all the strips for the awning and cutting them apart. Sorry for being off camera with that. I evened up the strips so that they would be the same length, and now I am spacing them on the card to see how they should be placed before they're actually adhered. Now that the awning has been adhered with the foam tape, I am now trying to place my wood-like strip. And here's the actual paper pad from Joann's, a Miss Sparkle and Company. Very pretty pastels. But I think I want to use, instead of that pink, I'm thinking I wanted to use red, since we have most of our cutouts are in red. So I have a sheet of the red paper here, and I'm just aligning it to see if it actually blends well, and it does, and actually how tall I want the bar to be. I think I cut it at 2.5 inches by a little shy of 4 1/4. And yeah, so I'm looking at the other pages just to see if those colors might go, but it's the red that wins out. So I'm going to cut that red and to fit the card and create my bar with it. I popped up the bar ledge with some foam tape just to give it a little dimension and to add a little shadow. Now you can always use ink your edges, and that will also give your cutouts a little more shadow, but I'm not really a fan of inking my edges, so I decided not to. I also was looking at the gingham and this other plaid, and also this floral designer paper that I had cut out for to use as the tablecloth. But I decided to go with the plaid. I thought the plaid just worked a little better for me at this time. I also stamped out a sign, and I popped that up on foam as well. Here's the grass that I cut from a die that I purchased from AliExpress and cut out with some photo paper that I purchased from Dollar Tree years ago of grass. It was a grassy marsh, and I found it in my scrap bin. I was like, oh, this would be perfect for grass. So cut that out and applied that as well. I had ice cream die cuts that were too large for this, so I actually printed these out from the Daily Art Hub, and they have a special going on where you can pay $20 and you can download as many of their art kits that they have. So I wanted some ice cream, so I downloaded several and I resized them on my computer and printed them and fussy cut them out. So these are the ice cream cones that I created with the image set. But as you're going to see later, I actually changed my mind with how these were placed. With these, I used that strip of foam adhesive from the Dollar Tree, and that adhesive happens to be not as permanent. This is the Jot brand. The other brand is the it's yellow, and it's more with the car and auto parts section, auto goods, and it's supposed to be a stronger adhesive, which it is, but luckily this Jot adhesive on this roll was not, so I was able to pull things up and rearrange them. It's also not as thick as that one, so when it's popped up, it's not quite as high. It was actually perfect for this, so because I didn't want them to be the same dimension as the awning, but I did want them to sit up off the card, and it worked out pretty well once I got everything situated the way I wanted, or so I thought, until I went back and rearranged things again. But anyway, that's what we do when we're creating. Sometimes you look at it and it's like, nope, that's not really what I want. So you'll go back and do it again, which is what you'll see as my final result. But overall, I was very pleased with the card. I'm trimming up the edges, getting everything all cleaned up, the grass and the ledge of the bar. And I'm actually adding a little more glue to the grass to make sure it's adhered well. I'll take my pencil and kind of blacken in, because this has a white core, to get the white out of the grass. And that looks to be about it. So we're all finished with that one, and I did create another one which you'll see in the photos. Please be sure to visit our other collaborators listed below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye. Blessings.